you Davis Maddox from the Swolecast? And I was like, yep, that's me.
I just want you guys to know I'm total dust. I'm the problem.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Leave it to the guy with the crypto dunes, Abby, to not understand context.
I should have known you getting 30 likes was directly written by someone else.
You know me, I don't do a ton of research before the show.
I've put no research into this. Don't know if it's true at all.
You're on the right show.
To it, bro. Live a little.
Live a little.
Just live a little, guys.
Man.
All right. Welcome to the Swolecast. No kitchen. For what? 5 minutes, Davis? He's running late.
That's what he said. He said 5 minutes. You know, we'll see. He might need to, hit the pickleball court, go get a snack from the snack room. You know, we'll see.
Yeah, David Kitchen, like if one of us was even 14 seconds late to this show, he'd be roasting us, right now. And this guy is just allowed to show up 5 minutes late to the Swolecast.
And this is how far we're down from peak season Swolecast. I mean, we didn't even think about messaging Tuttle and being like, hey Tuttle, you wanna hop on the program here? Absolutely no chance.
Yeah, I wish people could see our internal Slack conversations getting ready for the show. Like, to peel back the curtain, first, it's like, can we even start on time? Because there's an MLB show and Sosa can't even be here on time. Then it's Kitchen saying he's running late. Then, we have hard outs. It's a complete shit show, Davis, and a miracle that this show continues.
And to be honest, I mean, it is one of the highlights of my week. I do greatly look forward to doing this show. I don't get to do live streams every day with an interactive chat audience. So I always appreciate it. And, to really go inside baseball, I'm always the one who's like, Dave, let's get this show on the road. Let's do the show. Let's do it weekly. And then Dave just has to he just pretends he big times us. And he's like, oh, things are going on at Better Collective. You wouldn't understand. Like, you're lucky we even get to do this show ever.
Yeah, and I like it because most shows, similar for you, well, I guess on like ADP chasing, it's nice to not have to host every show. Let Kitchen do all the dirty work. We just get to needle and poke and prod. Now I feel like we're having to do actual work right now, and that's not fun.
Yeah, can you do a Swolecast with only the branches and no tree? The issue would be, I mean, look, if we did an entire show with all the branches, I mean, how big would that show be? The branch show, it would be like bigger than draft night ship chasing. I mean, it would be the biggest show in the fantasy industry.
I honestly think that would be just an incredible bit that I know Kitchen would be up for, where we do actually commission an artist to make the tree, we figure it out, and then we do like a show where like all the people, and then it would also be fun to do like kind of where this would be getting away from the tree concept itself, but where the other clusters are, right? Because he has his best ball clusters, he has his DFS clusters, his dynasty superflex best ball clusters, all of that good stuff.
I just noticed for the very first time in the history of the Swolecast that the Ethereum logo is in the background of this layout. I've never noticed it before. Right at the top, right dead center, we have the Ethereum logo in the background.
I mean, we got the Laird, the 42 up there too. I didn't notice that.
No Bitcoin logo though. No Bitcoin. Interesting.
Well, they put the Only Sound Money on there.
Yeah, we're doing. I guess we're doing. I didn't know the Swolecast went political, but apparently you can't escape Capitol Hill wherever you go.
Why is there a horseshoe? Most of these I understand. What's the horseshoe?
Because we're lucky.
Okay.
Because we're it's a luck horseshoe up the butt. I assume.
Did Bale steal that from us when he made his Lucky Maverick Substack?
People are saying more and more that that is in fact what happened. Is he looked at the background of this whole cast to do it? Should we do Overzet's overview and then the man will be here and we'll do a draft?
Yes, I think us resorting to analyzing the show's background image is the canary in the coal mine that we need to start to. I bet. I have
got that dog in her butt. Got that dog in her butt. Overzet's overview. Come on.
I do. Having Kitchen here is much more fun. I'm actually going to slightly reorder my set right now. I'm going to do some general NFL jokes because I need Kitchen here for some of the Kitchen jokes. All right, let's get underway here with NFL news. We did get word, I'm sure you saw this, Davis, that both Lamar Jackson and Najee Harris have lost weight this summer, which has traditionally been a good thing for running backs. So I think this is going to work out well. Both of these guys. You got to get really creative with your Lamar Jackson running back jokes these days.
That was, I didn't know where you were going. I thought there was like, there were a lot of avenues you could have taken that one, but that was not the one I was expecting. That was good.
Kyron Williams will miss the team's offseason program due to a foot issue. Both Sean McVay and drafters who loaded up on Kyron at the 1-2 turn assure us that this is nothing to be concerned about. No, move along. Blake Corum sucks. Nothing to see here, Davis. We're good. We're good.
A lot of people invoking the name of Tank Bigsby for third-round running backs these days. A lot of Tank Bigsby rememberers. Not very many Devin A-Chain rememberers.
Yeah, that's my favorite comp. Underdog finally added bye weeks to the interface after nearly a full week without them. This is in the wake of multiple drafters demanding refunds for injuries where they giga-stacked the Texans-Ravens game for Week 17 purposes, but will now be taking 11 zeros in their Week 14 lineup.
Okay.
If this goes to court... Oh, go ahead, Davis.
Well, I just need to say I have not been paying attention. I am not a bye week bro, and I noticed the bye weeks in there today, and I realized that probably... of the 170 teams I did pre-draft and the 50 or so or the 80 or so teams I've done already, I'd guess 20% of them are dead already because I overlapped the Vikings and the Chiefs. The ADPs just fit so perfectly, and they have like how many Xavier Worthy, Mahomes, Justin Jefferson, McCarthy, Jordan Addison teams do I have? At least 50. It's not great.
Roger Goodell conspired against your personal brand with this schedule.
Hateful.
Yeah, I'm sure. How many Liam teams do you think have Dalton Kincaid and Kyle Pitts on them, both taking a 0 at tight end with that bye week?
Well, we call Kyle Pitts taking a 0 just any given Sunday, Peter.
So if you have David Kitchen is here, welcome to the show, David.
Oh, thank you.
We are mid Overzet's overview here. And I was going to say, Davis, with these people who are very upset about all these bye weeks and kind of Underdog not having them, there is good news for them. If this does go to court, there is precedent thanks to a previous best ball case, the people versus the star method, which saw hundreds of drafters sue Davis Maddock for damages incurred via his harmful correlation trick.
I've already got a brutal one this year. I got a third round Jared Goff on a Jahmyr Gibbs team. I ended up taking Jameson Williams, David Montgomery, Khalif Raymond, and George Kittle and Ricky Pearsall, all the combined players.
I would absolutely love that if your account got flagged or you got a draft thrown out because of the goddamn star method. I think Underdog, how funny would that be if they actually in their back end for quality control checks was if it's just a correlated mega team stack 9 rounds early, it's just the star method.
It's just the star method. Yeah.
I do want to give Kitchen an apology. Kitchen, I'm glad you're here for this because last week I made a joke saying that you didn't want to draft without knowing who Deshaun Watson played in Week 17.
Yeah.
Then this man, David Kitchen, seemingly from the future, took Tyreek Hill 101 and Devon Achane in the 3rd round, and later paired them with a perfect Week 17 Deshaun Watson, Elijah Moore game stack. Kitchen, you really do draft better blindfolded. I have to give it to you, man.
Ball, bro.
Congratulations to those of you who had the Automatic Absolutes newsletter returning before Kavish. The sportsbooks were really having a hard time pricing that one.
Wait, is that true?
You missed this, Kitchen?
It's
yes,
true, David.
Automatic Absolutes is back. David, we're still waiting on your creamy recipes, by the way.
Yeah.
Those were promised to us.
Yes.
But yeah, Davis appears to have gotten permission from SportsGrid to post about his workout splits. Congrats, Davis. But you're not fooling any of us. The real reason for the return of Automatic Absolutes can be found at the very end of the post where you dropped your drafters promo code link. Why this newsletter?
That's how many signups we already got, buddy.
Davis did share some helpful resources in his return post for those looking to dig deeper into exercise science, including links to Jeff Nipper, Dr. Mike, Peter Attia, and not David Huberman.
No.
Davis to cancel Huberman for juggling women like he does puppy draft. Adam Levitan was spotted at the Nuggets game this week.
So good.
Waving around
hoping
his
this would make it.
towel in excitement for the home team. In back-to-back posts on his feed, Levitan tried to spin his excitement as both sharing a special moment with his son and exclusively because he had multiple Honda Civics on Nuggets futures.
Only
bets.
for gambling. Guys, I promise.
It's
it was
one or
only
the
for
other,
gambling.
Levitan. It's either a father-son bonding moment or you're a DJ. You can't have your laundry cake and eat it too. All right, that's end of Overzet's overview. Kitchen missed the front half.
Yeah. I'm sure it was great. I was actually going to lead in the show with the while Levitan was busy at the Nuggets game, we have been just getting down and dirty into this. Also, I don't know if you saw, but I did a Twitter or X hijack on Davis last week as a thought experiment, and it worked, kind of.
Wait, what happened? I missed this.
So Davis posted right after the schedule released. Here is like this grid of teams.
Yeah,
Yes,
shout
I'm
out,
aware
shout
of
out,
this.
shout out. By the way, shout out Ian O'Neal for just like lying, lying.
Okay.
For just
So I
lying.
thought this will be perfect. I will just hijack this, just college paper it and just change a few things. Well, little did I know, I should vet Davis's sources a little more because it was completely wrong. The highlights were supposed to be dome games.
Wrong. It wasn't completely wrong. He just made like two faulty assumptions. It really wasn't that bad in the end. It was fine.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm in.
I think it was the perfect thing, Kitchen, because I saw the origins for this unfolding. Someone shared it in the Ship Chasing Discord, and it was on release night. And Davis, I could just see the engagement spitting out like a slot machine in his head, and he just rushed to market without vetting it. And then you picking it up was just a chef's kiss. Of
David picking up the faulty information is just like, it's like, buddy, we live in fake news America. That was beautiful.
Which was even better, the fact that Davis has not mentioned Huberman, or he is out of the Huberman stakes, because Huberman apparently did not do the correct math on getting pregnant. And
it was really bad.
Of all people to get mad about like math not checking out, Davis saying, "Okay, can't do it with this guy," was pretty spot on. All right, we all got in the draft, right? Looks like
no,
I've got the 1.8. Peter's got the 1.11, and Davis. Where are you in this?
I was too busy paying attention to the chat. I didn't.
No.
Literally the first time Davis isn't multitasking in his life, he misses us conspiring to get in the same draft.
This is good. This is good. I can be David's draft caddy.
It's this is not good for you, Davis, at all.
I think it's
because the last
one
time we drafted
teams.
My second overall draft, I think, was one of Pete's finals teams. Yeah.
Not
so
finals,
you missed
semifinals.
out. You missed out on the
zero Best Ball Mania 4 finalists in this room.
Please don't bring it up. I'm like 2 inches from a CMC carry away from Pete. I need to get a graphic up for Best Ball Mania finals I've made. Best Ball Mania 2, and then an asterisk next to 4 that I almost made it in. And then
is that a better bit? Is that a better bit than Brian being like, I thought I had a team in the finals, but it didn't actually qualify?
That was so good. He figured out live on air he didn't actually advance.
So I've got two different Chrome profiles opened up.
Yeah, can we get a draft board so that I can follow along?
So Pete, is it going to be too tough for you? I know you've kind of moved up in the world to share your draft board.
Yeah, I can share my draft board.
Thank you. Oh boy.
Let's see here.
Justin Jefferson is still on the board at 1.8.
You didn't hear he's going to hold out, never play again.
Oh my gosh. I know that he missed.
I've got
start
24% Justin Jefferson thus far.
Okay, so here's what we are going to do on this show. And again, apologies that I'm late. Sometimes dad life kicks in and you got a sick kid that you had to go pick up from school. But what I wanted to do is, believe it or not, I have not looked at any week 16 or week 17.
That's
matchups.
Shocking for us all here.
I do believe it.
So I want to talk just about some matchups. Pete, I know that you had a nice little thread that I read, two of the 24 threads that you had in there. Looked like it was going to be great.
Didn't hook you enough to keep reading? More.
Once you start mentioning Gretch, Gretch and Leone and all this other stuff, I'm like, all right.
Is there more of a give up than the Barkley, Jonathan Taylor 1-2 turn? It's like, buddy, just do something else. I don't know.
I really appreciate it because I do not feel like it's very easy to get AJ Brown and Garrett Wilson on the same team.
You just need Let's Go Brandon 2024 drafting at the turn, and then you can get that one every time.
Yeah. So Davis is not drafting with us. Okay, so we've got.
So you're on the clock. You have Justin Jefferson. What do you do? What do you do, Dave?
What do you do?
Man, I think I've got to go.
You want to reach for Jaden Reed? They play in week 17.
Dude, we said we weren't political, and 17 minutes into the show, we brought up a Green Bay wide receiver.
Okay. I go with Chris Olave and Justin Jefferson. Just going.
Are you a dome bro? Two week 17 dome games right there, Kitchen.
Well, this is why I need Davis. I need you to kind of let me know with the color commentary as far as what I should be looking at. You're my draft caddy on this.
Well, you definitely should not have taken Chris Olave. So
why?
Because Deebo Samuel was on the board.
Yeah, or so is Ayuk.
If you could just see that with Davis's bias, you would understand why that would have been a great pick.
If you could just see it with my bias. No, Olave does get a dome game, but so does Justin Jefferson. So you
Olave was
got a dome boner to start here.
Olave was sneakily okay last year, right?
Yeah, it's just all his heavy yardage games came without a touchdown, and all of his touchdown games came without heavy yardage. So it was Easy keeps repeating the stat. It's like kind of a lie, but it's like in 13 of his 17 games, he had either 95 yards or a touchdown, but they just didn't overlap.
Yeah.
That entire offense, I mean, you had all the stuff where like Derek Carr was just inept in the red zone, and then they finally started to hum at the end of the season. Jawan Johnson was peaking at the end. I don't know. I think you can tell yourself a story about them being better this year.
Yeah, he's. I mean, they have a good week 17 game. They have the Kubiak offense now, so that'll be a little bit different. And I mean, you could definitely spin it as a positive that they don't even have to pretend to try and integrate Michael Thomas into the stuff in the offseason. Like they just know that that's not going to be there, so that you just go into it knowing Shaheed's got to play more snaps. Olave's got to be like a real wide receiver one. Look, Nick Underhill. I mean, shout out Evan Silva. Underhill is big on Taysom. Not that it matters for Underdog because they caved to big FFPC and changed him to quarterback.
All right. So, boy, Kyron Williams, I know I didn't draft him last week, but he just appears to be free right now. I know there's no news.
Didn't miss Overzet's overview.
I know there's no news that broke recently.
Fiddle my gooch.
Dave.
Wants
Do you
to
think?
do
What
it.
do you think's going on with
Pretty straight.
Kyron Williams? What's going on?
Oh,
I don't know, but I'm liking my Blake Corum exposure.
Wow.
through what? How many drafts?
How
What kind
many
of
drafts?
exposure
I got
are
him
we
in one of
looking
my
at?
one of my 2 redraft for Dynasty, or no, my Dynasty rookie drafts. I got him at 50%.
Brother, I got 50% quorum.
But seriously,
Wow.
like
Dave,
how far
buy the dip,
how
buddy.
far is Kyron falling
Dave,
after
click him
this?
right now.
this news?
5th round. Yeah.
Dave, click him right now.
Fall on that
No.
landmine, Dave. Catch the
Dave,
falling
I would
knife.
say, Dave, literally, if I was picking for you 100, I would have already clicked. It would have been a run to the podium. Oh my God.
You just said 5th round.
He's lying to you.
What?
Kyron has a foot injury that's going to have him skipping OTAs. He's fine.
Yeah, but it could be not fine, right? Like we learned anything with
Wow.
Cam Akers?
Wow. Here's the thing. I'm hating this right now because I've been an anti-Kyron bro for the entirety of the last 6 months. And now that he's finally reached what I think is a reasonable price, I'm going to have to be the pro Kyron bro. So it's going to get thrown back at me. I mean, I think you probably just want both of them. You want to have Kyron at this cost a lot, and you want to have Quorum at his cost a lot too.
Oh my God. 3rd round George Pickens. I know it's a technicality 3-4 turn, but 3rd round George Pickens is a goddamn sight.
Well, we're pissing. We're pissing here.
Yeah.
Zay Flowers.
I'm waiting for
Flowers
the
Kyron.
Hurts snipe here, just for fun. Saquon Barkley and Hurts got to do it there.
Well, you get all the
Do
rushing
any players
touchdowns?
correlate less? Do any
he's-
two teammates correlate
Oh,
less
God.
than do any two players on the same team correlate less than Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts? I don't think so. Pete, you are cooking with gas here. I think this is I like this start. I mean, is it too early in the year to start? Combinatorially, aren't you worried that out of the 11 hole, the AJ Brown drafter takes Devonta Smith and Jalen Hurts at least 20% of the time?
My real answer, not when I get Garrett Wilson with it. My fake answer is I liked this start a lot better last year when it was the same price before seeing their offense be dog shit.
Right. That's so true. Yeah. Except you had to take Devonta. Well, no, actually, it was literally the same price. It was literally just the same. You had to take Hurts first, I think, if I remember.
Yeah, I think they were all like moved up more into the middle of the second and middle of the third to pull it off, but it's still like spending your first 3 picks on this offense that was
Davis, you're not helping me out
brutally beat by
at
the
all over
You
here.
need a wide receiver here.
You sure I don't need a tight end, Kelsey or McBride?
Kelsey's fine, I think. Kelsey's fine here, but well, no, Mahomes is already gone. Don't take
it's too-
Kelsey.
I do the Derrick Henry over Kyron there is just a fun little snapshot of where we're at when this draft took place.
Yeah. Ugh. Damn, I had a cogent point that I was about to make that I totally.
Yeah, well,
about
how
the
about
Eagles?
you, since you are not in this draft, you do what you said you were going to do and be my draft caddy instead of just going off on. I was going to pick Amari Cooper too.
I was about to just say Xavier Worthy, but I think it's a little early.
What?
Peter, I have 74 post-draft NFL drafts done. How much Xavier Worthy do you think?
74 post draft. I mean, I guess I'm at 30, but for some reason 74 seems so funny to me. Anyways, what?
Guess the Worthy percentage on 74 drafts.
I mean, if you're floating Kitchen to take him there in the early 4th, then you got to be at like 40%.
Literally exactly 40%.
I know
He's
you
too
do
good.
well.
He's too good. Oh, this is what I wanted to say. So I was doing a fast draft yesterday, walking my dog, and I got the notification to pick in the slow. So I went and clicked over in the slow. 18th round pick in a slow. I had 10 out of 10 overlapping players from this fast that I was doing to the slow that I just clicked on. So I'm a little worried that I might have taken Brick's advice too much to heart. That I might be taking stands a little bit too hard.
I can't wait to see your what's so hilarious is in the hopes of getting more diversified or less diversified, you're going to end up with like 100 versions of the exact same team.
I'm literally going to end up with like 500 of the same team.
Who was your most drafted player at one point last year? Cowboys backup running back, not Dowdle.
Malik Davis.
Malik Davis. Yes. Like you're just gonna have like random guys that you're like really high on at certain points of the season.
I mean, yeah, I've got a Honda Civic on Chase Brown already. So,
dude, that's where I think he's my most drafted player right now in BBM.
Yeah. All right, Dave, you definitely need a wide receiver here.
Okay, no, talk to me. Like, I don't need you to tell me what positions. I need teams. I need team stacks. I need you to tell me.
Well,
all right, I've got Baltimore,
and Pickens already gone. Tank Dell's already gone. The Ravens and the Dolphins play. There's no Raider you want to take here. You could take Jaden Reed here for the Justin Jefferson bring back, but I think that I think that Jaden Reed's a bad pick, so I would not do that.
Why would he just got picked too? But I mean, I can get the true alpha Green Bay receiver a few rounds from now. And
bro, do you know ball, David? Do you know ball?
Dontavian is
literally, it's the easiest hack of all time. Just be like, you just tweet Wicks. Just tweet a candle Wicks.
Isn't it a little peculiar, Davis, that his ADP hasn't budged despite the entire cognizant being on him?
Where does Leone have him ranked?
Oh, that's true. Is Leone the only one? He's holding up the wall.
I mean, I would guess what percentage of people drafting on Underdog in May are drafting off of established the run ranks? 50%, 60%, 70%?
Surely not.
Surely yes, I think.
50 to 70%?
50% seems right.
I think I'd take lower on that.
Maybe I mean, there's a lot of people, maybe 35%, but Hayden was
this goes back to the Huberman thing. Well, where he went from 70 to 35 just on a whim.
Hayden made a really good point on ADP chasing 2 weeks ago, which was that when there's a puppy open, it has a disproportionate impact on ADP because you'll get 50 of the same virgin drafters hammering out like 20 drafts a day. And the way that they do the rollover on the ADP is going to mean that those drafters who are doing crazy amounts at a time are going to have an outsized impact on the displayed number.
All right, my team through 6 rounds, Jalen Hurts double with A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith, Garrett Wilson. I grabbed Keenan Allen at the end of the 6th and then grabbed George Kittle. Kitchen is about to make his 6th round pick right now.
So good. Okay, Dave, you got to check the bye weeks, brother. You're in bye week trouble.
Oh my gosh. No, you can't tell me that after I've already picked my.
Do
you know what a caddy does? Does a caddy after the golfer makes it after the golfer hits a shot?
I literally opened the show with me explaining why I had so many bad teams with Kansas City and Minnesota together.
But you just said you were going to be my draft caddy.
Perfect caddy. He shows you exactly how he lines up and drives the ball.
I literally.
I hit a shot, and then right after that, you're like, you really should have used this club. Like that's not what a caddy does. A caddy prepares them before the shot.
Well, I would have told you to take Kenneth Walker anyway, who I don't think you would have wanted to.
I was just looking at pairing Justin Jefferson with Jordan Addison.
I mean, I do like that pairing.
Well, no, it's a good pairing, and you're setting yourself up with optionality at quarterback later, but you are going to have to take one extra wide receiver now because 3 of your first 6 picks are all off in the same week.
I'm going to love this Derek Carr, JJ McCarthy team for you, Kitchen.
No, don't take Derek Carr. There's really no reason.
You're right, because he's going to have taken Deshaun Watson unstacked 3 rounds before.
Peter, I'm still a Drake May slappy. I actually don't care. I'm just going to end up with Drake May as the second quarterback on all of these teams. Am I staying poor? Am I staying poor?
I think it's fine. I do think it's so funny that Karain spent all last offseason fudding our Sam Howell love. Like, he might get benched. He might get benched. Now it's just like, Drake May to the moon. Let's fucking go. I mean, it is different in that Drake May will be playing in week 17.
Yeah, I think Kareem's whole thing was Howell might be playing in week 4, but he ain't playing in week 17.
Oh, man, the Sam Howell experience. I kind of hope we get it at one point in Seattle. I mean, Sam Howell with those 3 wide receivers, like, let's have some fun.
Actually, I just traded for Sam Howell from David Kitchen in one of our dynasty leagues. I'm trading for Sam Howell in all these Superflex dynasty leagues.
I like that.
Yeah. Davis is going for it now. My dynasty team is just the nuts. It is. You're talking about last year drafting Puka and
Dave,
Dontavian Wicks
we just
on the same team.
We can't do this, brother. We can't
Oh,
do the
well, we have to fill the time when you're not in the draft.
Dave, why don't we think about what your roster might be needing right now and what there is a plethora
a little bit of
talent.
You mean a little bit of preparation for what's to come? That would be great.
There's a really good pick for you to make, an extremely good one, and I'm wondering if you can look at the board. I have a feeling you don't. I really do have a feeling you might not know.
No, I know. I know.
He's okay. Well, there's a running back who wears black and yellow.
Don't.
But probably not the one you're about to take. Actually, now that I'm realizing it, I'm realizing you're going to take the one who's in the best shape of his life.
Gosh,
Kitchen would. I mean, if anyone's going to get caught up in the story of Najee Harris cutting out processed foods, eating lots of fish and veggies,
is he down to like
David Kitchen.
235 now.
Yeah,
just shopping on the outside of the aisle.
Do the right thing, David. Do the right thing. Come on, I believe in you.
You do? Tell me that you believe in me.
You have a week 17 correlation. I know you can make the right pick.
He did get a week 17 correlation, God. Davis. You got to give it to him. You got to give it to him. Oh.
Christian Watson, Xavier Worthy.
Oh, man.
Is Christian
Travis
Watson
Kelce
the worst pick on the board?
What's up?
Is Christian Watson the worst pick on the board? The guy whose price is the most devoid from reality?
He just has to stay healthy. It's all about upside with him. Like, if he is healthy, he's
his
fine.
Hamstring's already hurt.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it really?
Literally, yes.
I mean, obviously that's not great.
Obviously.
Matt LaFleur did a press conference today, and it was basically just the Christian Watson hamstring conference. All right, Dave. Black and yellow, running back.
Got it.
The Steelers and the Chiefs play in week 17. There's 2 of them available on the board. One of them is a good pick. One of them is a bad pick. I think you need a running back structurally. You can get there. I believe in you.
Wait,
Ramondre Stevenson. Oh.
He's going to take Tony Pollard. I already know it.
I mean, I do need a quarterback right now.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Yes,
this
I
is a
do.
3-quarterback team.
I need a quarterback right now.
Jordan Love. Oh, he goes Najee.
Amazing. Amazing. This
Why
guy. Best shape of his life.
Yeah. Najee is one of the silent winners from this draft. I don't know if you guys have seen.
No, he's not. He's a
why
loser.
From this draft?
What other running backs do they get?
The guy who was the better running back on their team.
That's but no one's saying David Montgomery was a silent winner from this draft.
Yeah.
We all knew that.
Any other running backs?
Right.
They already have all the running backs they need. They have Jalen Warren and
has
Justin
something
Fields. They don't need anyone else.
Najee has something to prove. And who is his offensive coordinator?
The same guy who gave Tyler Algier carries over Bijan Robinson last year. You know who their third running back is? Cordarrelle Patterson. Silent winner of the draft.
Chat says that Jacobs has a hamstring right now, not Watson.
Yeah, I was just doing a bit. Talk to me about...
You're the worst caddy in the world.
Talk to me about taking Kittle and not hoping to get Ferguson on the Eagles team.
I mean, I just like Kittle so much more than Ferguson, and my mind is just not in bring back mode through the first 5 or 6 rounds. I'll start to, this team.
Oh,
has
see,
Jalen
I
Colbert.
do the bring back stuff more early.
Someone didn't read my thread. No, yeah, I don't really think about bringbacks at all early.
Interesting. Okay.
Because my
Davis,
whole
it's
thought
not really
is like,
about the bringbacks per se.
what do you mean?
It's more just about the correlation.
Pete, can we get a scroll down on the board?
Yes, sorry. My take on it is the guys who go early, they can score in any environment. Like they just have big roles or whatever. It's the fringe guys that need a crazy game environment to reach their ceiling.
Yeah, for Greg Dortch to matter, Arizona Rams has to be 38-35.
Right. And I think it gets hard. Like, I mean, did you see how early Jake Ferguson went in this one too? Like, I mean, what's his ADP? He went 74 here.
He's like
his
in the
ADP is
90s,
84.
Yeah.
So if you pass on a player you like, and then you get sniped, then like your draft can kind of like spiral, right? And then you're like, well, fuck, now what am I doing at tight end,
that's
right?
just what happened to me with Jordan Love going off the board.
Man, Christian Watson and Najee Harris in back-to-back picks. Dave, are you gonna do 150 BBMs this year?
I don't know. I mean, definitely DK.
You want to equity swap?
Whoa.
If you do 150, I'll equity swap with you.
Seriously, Davis?
Sure, why not?
I can't tell if that's saying how little you think of your portfolio or how much you think of Dave.
Well, no,
right.
think about it.
Okay. All right, calm down, because we're about to swing here. We're about to swing.
You need a running back.
Are you sure I don't need a quarterback right now?
Yeah, Jordan Love just went. You don't have
Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels both there.
You could take Jaden Daniels if you want to take Ben Sinnott and Luke McCaffrey.
Because otherwise it's like Chubb or Javonte Williams.
No,
or
it's Chase Brown.
Oh, gosh. Oh, F.
Okay, unstacked Caleb Williams.
See, okay, well, Kitchen, now. Why?
I didn't mean to do that.
You took unstacked Caleb Williams and fucked Peter.
That's right. So this was the star method. I had both of them.
No, Dave. This was not the star method. Caleb Williams doesn't correlate to any player on your team. It's not the star method.
No, but what I'm saying is that I just had starred a bunch of quarterbacks. So Caleb Williams is above.
Now you have
Daniels.
to star. You have to star Cole Kmet now.
Yeah, you got to get Cole Kmet.
Jesus, Kitchen.
Oh,
I'm aware. Thank you for pointing at the bear stack. Thank you. This is the first I'm hearing about that. David, should I giga stack Eagles with Goddard?
Yes. Oh yeah. I love that move because it's such an elite, like, the market is so overreacted by pricing all those Eagles down because they were such ass for what, 8 weeks? No, more like 6 weeks they were ass.
Goddard's really the one who got priced down the most from it, right? I mean, he was like a 6th round pick.
Yeah, which was always a bit much for him anyway. I mean, obviously you just love to correlate your 85% snap share tight end with your 3rd round quarterback.
Okay.
So, David.
Yeah.
Very important for you to not fuck this
Chubb?
pick up. No, take Chase Brown. Take Chase Brown.
Yeah, this is how you justify the.
Yes,
the week
because now you
16
can do backdoor Broncos stack because you're kind of lost a quarterback now.
Wow. Do you know what's going to be hyper unique? Najee Harris, Chase Brown rooms. Two completely different types of drafters.
Like, it's like Jalen Warren and Chase Brown are like a 1-to-1, and Najee Harris and Zach Moss are 1-to-1.
Yeah. That's what you got to do. Zach Moss with Jalen Warren and Najee with Chase Brown.
Yeah. So now, David, you've got Troy Franklin, Marvin Mims, Bo Nix, Jaleel McLaughlin, Greg Dulcich. You just built yourself a backdoor game stack out.
Gosh.
I do love screen merchants. Chase Brown famously won really good play. Oh,
Yeah, let's get back to the equity swap.
Oh, so why do I want to equity swap? Well, I don't want to equity swap with someone who drafts similarly to me because I can just draft those teams myself. Why would I want to?
Someone's wanting some of that finalist.
No,
finalist.
Inaccurate. Why would I want to equity swap with Peter, who give her a few player takes here or there, basically drafts the same way, the same like you're not a Zach Moss.
We
bro,
just
you're
had a
Chase
huge
Brown,
disagreement about how to philosophically approach bringbacks. I do not think we're drafting the same way.
Oh God,
Peter,
Pete
I
used to be
guarantee
so
you,
cool.
Peter, I guarantee you, we get to the end of the year, and our other than my inability to scroll the F down, our stuff is going to look pretty similar. I guarantee you, in my portfolio, I will have 0 Christian Watson, Najee Harris, Caleb Williams, Chase Brown teams. None.
So you want to use an equity swap with Kitchen as a hedge?
I want to equity swap with
hold
someone
on.
who doesn't draft anything like me.
Well, this and may I just compliment you, Davis? We have come such a long way. In the past, you called me a fish, because I am
the reality
6
is
spots
that
away from ADP. But you realize, like, the results every year for the past 3 or 4 years speak for themselves as far as finalist.
No, what I realize is
in these big
playing
competitions.
We're playing a 51-49 roulette game, but you only realize that equity like once every 100 lifetimes.
So you just need to live a little, basically.
No,
that's what you're saying.
The most attractive thing about Kitchen for an equity swap partner is everyone else would say no, and Kitchen would be like, oh, maybe.
Maybe.
No,
there goes Wicks.
The real thing to do is you don't equity swap now. It's when you each have a team in the finals, like Kitchen and I did in one of the OG puppies back in the day. Then you swap because you got all the randomness going on. Get a little extra sweat in week 17.
Equity swapping for a puppy is who cares?
Well, no one's going to care about your guys' equity swap when neither of you make it to the finals either.
All right, Dave.
Just went.
Dave.
Yeah.
Do the right thing. I know you know the right guy to take here.
Oh boy.
You can
now
do
you
it.
say it.
You could do it, Dave.
Okay.
He needs to be told.
Okay. Jerry Judy. Jerry Judy.
Gotta set it up.
Were you not thinking Judy?
I can't even. I just don't even know. Again, you might get lucky and have the opportunity again when it comes back around. But please.
It's about to get a late quorum share on Kyron Fudd Day, and I couldn't do it. Jeez.
I think maybe I'm good on equity swapping. I think we're probably good.
Yeah, that's right. It's like, where is this even coming from?
Okay. I need to get this sound bite now. Davis, are you sure? Are you sure that you don't want any sort of equity swap with me?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. And cut, because once I win that $1 million and we play this scene,
David,
hold the draft board down.
Oh yeah, my bad. Davis, tell me which Cowboys running back. I'm selecting one here. You get to choose.
Zeke.
Rico.
Thank you, Davis. That's what I needed to hear.
All right, Dave, I think the room is going to let you rectify your mistake.
Stop. Davis, you don't understand. This is all calculated.
Can you tell me?
All calculated.
Can you tell me what is Jerry
Your non-finalist brain can't comprehend like the giga moves I'm making right now.
What does Jerry Judy do for this team?
You'll see.
We all know, Davis.
We all know. We all know.
See. But why would I waste a bullet on Cole Kmet when I could have gotten Judy and Cole Kmet? Because if I wouldn't have drafted,
you could have taken a player who's ever had more than 900 yards in a season before, maybe.
Jeez, this is just an alpha team right now.
Davis, see that little turn there? You just sit on those correlation, then you're wham, Zach Charbonnet versus my 2 Bears. Wham, Rico Dowdle versus my Eagles mega stack.
I like it.
Wham.
I do. I like it. I
Zeke's
mean,
still
Rico
on the board.
Dowdle. Rico is such a funny pick because I would believe anything from he finishes running back 8 to he's the 3rd running back on the team. Like Jeff Wilson Jr. comes in on camp cutdown, and I would believe like any of those.
Yeah, I think I'm there with you on him. Still can't click Zeke though for me.
Like we did, like I did this with Crane yesterday, and Crane was like, "Yeah, 2nd year player Rico Dowdle," and I'm like, "Buddy, it's his 4th year. He's been a Cowboy since 2021." And Crane was like, "That no way, that can't be true." It's like he's just, but like a grocery bagger can be a fantasy relevant NFL running back.
Yeah.
What if Hunter Lupke is the Cowboys running back you need, says Bendels, and what if he's right?
What if?
So when I launch into a draft, there are 2 players I automatically star so that I don't forget to take them every single time.
Jared Goff, round 3.
Jared Goff, obviously. So this obviously is not UD specific, but the first one is Taysom Hill on Drafters and on DraftKings. Pete, who do you think the second one is?
Xavier Worthy.
Not
Brown?
Xavier Worthy. Buddy, I don't need to be reminded to take Xavier Worthy. That's front of mind.
Okay, someone late.
Someone post round 11. It's a wide receiver. And I just have to.
Wicks.
No, come on. I don't have to. That's a foregone conclusion.
I don't know.
Jermaine Burton.
Okay. Why do you have to remember him but not Dontavian Wicks?
Dave,
Yeah.
What are we thinking, bud?
I'm thinking high upside. I'm thinking a guy.
Could be anybody.
I'm thinking a guy that's going to play in a high octane offense. I'm thinking a guy who cares about bye weeks.
Just click Deshaun Watson.
Chilling, right? Week 6.
Week 6. So the reason why I have to specifically remember Jermaine Burton is because I don't ever really draft Burrow. So I don't have the correlations. He's not part of the correlation matrix. And there's only 2 Broncos that go ahead of him, Sutton and Javonte, and I don't really take those guys. So I just have to mentally put myself there that I want to get Jermaine Burton. Because I'm always looking to fade. Oh, Chase Brown, obviously, who I always take, but I'm just looking to fade T. Higgins as much as possible.
I'm not tilting at all. A badge bro.
Oh my
gosh. You just got sniped on.
Scroll down real quick, Pete. After you pick.
Yeah, my bad. Thank you for these reminders. I don't have this. Okay. All right. We are going to. Can you name something more fun than a Ray Davis, Garrett Wilson Week 17 mini correlation, Davis?
I honestly, truly, I can't.
It's pretty fun.
Ray Davis is also in my 30% or more exposure club.
Yeah. So yeah, Kitch and I both suffered brutal snipes there. I was like, you know what? Aaron Rodgers with Garrett Wilson at this price, but a badge bro had to take Rodgers as his 3rd QB unstacked. Thank you for that.
Who's Ryan 816? Is he?
I think he's doing bits. He might be in the chat doing bits, taking Deshaun Watson at 157.
Yeah.
Dave,
all right.
I think you do need a wide receiver.
Troy?
Here. I would go Mims.
Over Troy?
Look at this. The caddy giving some player takes here, even within a team positional group.
Troy Franklin was a freaking 4th round pick, bro. I don't care if he's got the shower narrative with Knicks. I really don't.
Okay, well, Mims, it wasn't exactly tearing things up last year.
He kind of was tearing things up, actually, for like 8 weeks.
Well, for like
the tearing
2
stopped.
plays. Yeah. Ooh, boy.
All right, make sure you've got Mr. Knicks starred.
What about Derek Carr?
Go with God, I guess.
And
yeah, people forget Marvin Mims made the Pro Bowl. They do, Dave. They forget.
Well, they've rearranged the kick return rules. So, Kelsey and Komet. Given Kelsey's age, do I draft a third tight end here, or do I stick with 2?
Just 2, Kitchen.
Yeah.
Kelsey is your rock. He is your anchor. He's everything you need.
Okay. So I'm looking like a 2-6-8-2, Davis.
I'd probably take a third quarterback on this team, but
Yeah, that's no. And Levis is free, so.
And I can't take Levis because even though I have Nuke, people forget the Eagles and the Titans have the same bye week.
people do
But
forget.
not me. Thanks to Underdog putting the bye weeks in there, I now know that fact as well.
Dave, you could set up a Drake May, Javon Baker team.
Well, honestly, I need McCarthy, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You sure do, Kitchen. You sure do.
I think you probably just take him here.
Yeah, because the only other guy that does not have a second quarterback on the turn is Pete, and I don't want him to ruin.
I'm not
team.
taking JJ McCarthy.
He's not going to take.
Kitchen.
Don't say that. Don't say that, because then people will accuse us of collusion.
I don't do bits because someday a young man might come up to me and say, "Hey, would you want to do a 50% equity swap with your portfolio?" And I can't be doing bits.
Okay, Davis, Jaleel, Bucky.
No, take McCarthy. Do McCarthy here.
I don't have to though. I can take
turn
someone
guy
else.
has Hawkinson. The turn guy has Hawkinson.
He's got 2. Oh gosh,
He
Live a
likes
little.
doing bits too.
All right, boy, another bye week guy. Hope Caleb is still around in week 6.
Hope so.
Davis,
So
McLaughlin or Bucky?
Not close, Jaleel.
I was
He's
just about to
definitely
draft
close.
him.
I've got Jaleel ranked. I'd have to check. I've got him ranked ahead of those guys who went in the 13th round: Chandler, Kendre, Tracy.
Yeah. I like both. I have way more Bucky so far, so we'll go McLaughlin to start here.
I mean, obviously, no disrespect to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers backfield, but Jaleel just has he's got a week 1 role. It's a good role for fantasy. It's all touchdowns and targets, and that role can grow.
I'm doing both.
Pete,
Why not both?
streams? How many streams have you done so far? Drafts.
Me?
Which one? Yeah, like which one is this as far as BBM?
This is I think this is my 32nd BBM team. There's like 5 or 6 cardio clubs in there, and then the rest are some form of content, either a stream or a video I made for the Deposit Kingdom channel.
Wow, 32 BBMs. You're not saving them bullets for August, huh?
No. The perfect draft can come at any time, Davis.
Okay,
My
be-
mentions, my mentions
Be
are
ready.
full of saving bullets for August, bros.
Yeah.
Be ready, Davis.
I'm ready. What do you need?
Okay, I only have 4 running backs. Thielen, Bateman, Demarcus Robinson still on the board.
I mean, I would probably just save running back for round 18.
Yeah. So Thielen, Bateman, I guess.
Take
Pair 'em with-
take Javon Baker.
I think Javon Baker's long
Derek
gone.
Carr.
177.
No.
Yeah. Gosh, you're the worst caddy ever. I was looking for
I mean, Dave, I can't see the queue. I got no idea. I don't even I'm just vibing, brother.
I'm
Davis,
trying to
the
think
whole-
of when a caddy was like, I can't really, I don't really have that great eyesight. You're the one who invited me on this golf course.
Davis, the whole thing of a caddy and what you have done is they've done the reps. The caddy has walked that course a million times. You have done a million drafts. You can see the board.
Yeah,
your
I just know
mind's eye.
what I'm doing when I've got the KC Minnesota thing here. I'm taking Clyde in round 18. I took JJ McCarthy. So the 16, 17 are just luxury picks. You take whoever you want.
Mm-hmm.
Not Derek Carr so much.
Okay, so should I just leave 7 receivers and just draft a couple running backs here?
Sure.
Go
Like,
with
that's
3,
fine.
6,
No,
7.
no, you can't because of the way the bye weeks. No, you got to take 8. You're only going to have.
Though?
Yeah, you're
Do
only
I?
going to have 4 wide receivers in week 6.
It's
right?
just 1 week. It's just 1 week.
It's just 1 week, man. It's just 1 week. I guess that's true.
Okay,
Oh,
so
Sosa's coming after you in the chat. Why would anyone draft Derek Carr? He's arguably the worst quarterback in the league.
well, wasn't my plan.
Because Dave takes a humility-based approach to drafting, and when he selects Chris Olave, he now lives in a different universe. And in that universe, Derek Carr is him.
I've always thought of Soccer Dave as more of Soccer Bays, soccer Bayesian.
Okay.
Kitchen, what's your favorite correlation you got on this team so far? Yours?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, JJ, Justin, and Addison is a pretty nice, and then you got Watson on the other side of that. So that's a nice little game stack. Looking up who do the Bears play in week 17? Seahawks?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, first time hearing that because my caddy did not tell me that to pair Caleb Williams.
What kind of tip are you going to give your caddy at the end of this round?
Yeah.
Dave, I would have loved for you to have taken Noah Fant, but you had naked Caleb Williams.
I'm sending my caddy to jail. That's what I'm
To jail.
To jail.
Straight to jail.
Oh man.
I do know what I'm going to do. All right. So what are your favorite stacks so far? As far as Lions, 49ers, Cowboys, Eagles,
Vikings,
Dolphins,
Packers.
Browns.
Not Dolphins, Browns. Vikings, Packers, probably my number 1.
Are you out again on the Browns weather like you were last year?
Just kind of out on the Browns. Not that interested.
Wow. Tank Bigsby still free.
Shocking.
Do it, Kitchen. Okay.
I don't know what I
If
thought
you
he
can't
was
get
gonna do.
McLaughlin, might as well get Estime there.
You might as well get Estime.
He might be the guy. Like, how many people last year were screaming, oh, if you can't get Cam Akers, might as well get Kyron Williams.
Perfect analogy.
Exactly. 1-to-1, you might say.
But I'm saying that, like, no one was saying that. It's like you have to kind of think ahead of how things work.
Davis, I know you can't see the whole board. Do you know who I'm about to click right here?
I don't know your numbers. I can't remember your
I'm at a 1762 right now.
you're gonna take a quarterback, but I don't know which one. Oh, you're taking Bo.
No.
Justin Fields,
Ding,
Bryce
ding,
Young.
ding, ding.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I really can't make my mind up. I go back and forth on the Fields thing all the time.
I wanted Rodgers on this team, but we have Roman Wilson, and then with Hurts early can paper over some of that early stuff, I think. All right, Davis, do I take another week 17 bring back in Jalen Tolbert, or do I grab the funner rookie selection in Devontae Walker for my final wide receiver pick?
Walker for sure.
you.
I think you take Jalen Tolbert when you're kind of just like, man, I need someone who can get me 8.7 half PPR points in week 3.
Yeah. I'm already over on my Jalen Tolbert exposure after doing it twice.
Okay.
Donta
Elijah
Foreman.
Mitchell, Shipley,
Clyde Edwards-Helaire,
Garindo,
Dave. Clyde
Tank
Edwards-Helaire.
Bigsby.
CEH is kind of perfect for this team. You already got the Chiefs bet.
Yeah, you want to take Clyde.
His bye week is week 6. You just told me I could not do that.
I told you to take another wide receiver, and you didn't. Actually, you do need a wide receiver here. Take whatever wide receiver you want.
Oh, it's too late now. Take
Greg Dortch. Sure.
Tyler
Honestly,
Boyd.
whatever. Fine. Yeah, it's fine.
All right. Let's now that these teams are done in, I got to get going. I know Davis has. Can we do a quick roast of these squads?
Sure.
Who, Davis, do you want to roast both of them as the impartial observer?
Davis can't roast mine because he was like literally
Yeah,
the
you
reason
guys just
why
got
it's
you
turned
guys just
out.
got to roast each other's. Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Okay. I'll roast Soccer Dave's here. He stumbled into two dome selections there, Justin Jefferson, Chris Olave. Then he took Derrick Henry over Kyron Williams because he worried Kyron Williams' foot fell off and was now going in the 6th round. He panic selected. He panic selected Travis Kelce. Davis did want him to take Xavier Worthy here. Fortunately for both of them, Xavier Worthy came back to them in the 5th round. They took Jordan Addison because Kitchen understands the power of correlation. He then took Christian Watson because he maybe doesn't fully understand the power of correlation as it impacts team structure. At this point, Kitchen did take Najee Harris just to stick it to Davis, who wanted him to take Jalen Warren, and because he's inspired by Najee Harris shopping on the outside of the aisles at the grocery store, where famously all of the unprocessed healthy foods are. He then just bizarrely, completely unjustifiably took an unstacked Caleb Williams when you could have taken the unstacked Jane Daniels, the far sexier, better way to do an unstacked quarterback there. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. They were both on the board.
I was going to, and then the time ran out.
You took Chase Brown because of the unique properties that the combinatorial ownership with Najee Harris offers, because you are just a gigabrain drafter. You took Cole Kmet because that's literally the only thing you could do when you take an unstacked Caleb Williams at 104. You took Jalen Wright because you truly do not believe in bye weeks and have no problem not advancing this team because of all your week 6 buys. You took Marvin Mims over Troy Franklin because Davis said he didn't like Troy Franklin's draft capital. You reached for JJ McCarthy because you got panicked about what that could mean for your team if you didn't get him. You took Derek Carr for the exact same reasons. You took Audric Estime because, I don't know, JJ probably mentioned him in a newsletter once. And then you took Tyler Boyd because you needed one Titans player on this team.
That's it. That's it. All right. Pete, he's got Jalen Hurts, and if something happens to Jalen Hurts, not to worry. This team will be just fine because he drafted backup in Justin Fields. Everyone knows
Hurts
that
gets hurt, that this team is torched in the first place.
It's not winning anyway.
Well, that's not going to happen. It hasn't happened in the past, so you're good. You've learned from your mistakes, obviously. Past 2 years, notwithstanding. All right, and then you got DeAndre Swift. Fine. Probably should have been on my Caleb Williams team. Then Raheem Mostert. Zach Charbonnet, who apparently is playing the Bears, who I have with Caleb Williams. Just found that out a little late. Rico Dowdle, Ray Davis, just continuing the 2nd or 3rd string running backs with Jaleel McLaughlin, Bucky Irving, truly a 0 RB team. And then you've got AJ Brown, Garrett Wilson, Devonta Smith, Keenan Allen looks out of place on this team. DeAndre Hopkins, where do you get your ideas? Roman Wilson, Devontae Walker, and then you pair him with the 2 staples of tight end U, George Kittle and Dallas Goedert.
Tight end U. Wow, we're really hitting all this. We're hitting all this.
Did you just tell me why Keenan Allen is out of place on this specific team? I do actually want to know.
Oh, because he's 400.
Well,
no.
So are some of my other wide receivers.
No, because he belongs on a Caleb Williams team. That's what I was saying.
You can't lust after players that were selected before you took the guy you wanted him paired with.
You should have had some foresight. All right, let me just say, Pete. Well, you just do your final thoughts.
I don't. No. This is you, Kitchen. You were the one who came late.
Davis, you have any final thoughts?
It was just a real pleasure to kind of zoom out from my own experience and just
I bet it was.
Just watch a master at work, just to kind of see you're painting, you're doing the edges, you're touching up the brush strokes. You know, it's just it was like watching Michelangelo paint the Sistine Chapel.
Yeah, I just want to thank everyone for tuning in, like and subscribe, and let me just say that there's a reason why we have training camps, right? Like you have to exercise muscles. You got to get back into shape. I clearly, just like last year, have a little bit of issue with just decision paralysis. And I've learned that if you do have those tough choices, then get a retrospective caddy because that always will work out. So
People are wondering if Kavish is going to make a return
Kavish
with the Bored Ape
just,
shoes.
it's not gonna give away all the alpha, but check your inboxes this week.
Kitchen, did I tell you that April, whenever I put those shoes on, runs up and points to the monkey and says monkey on the other? It's just a painful reminder of what you influenced me into buying. Literally every time look monkey, I'm like, April, I fucking know.
Well, thanks to everyone for tuning in. Thanks to Sosa for producing. Thanks to Pete for drafting with me, and to Davis, who is just along for the ride. We'll see you guys next week here on the Swolecast on RotoGrinders.com. Peace.
Peace.